Hello, my dear students, how are you? I hope you have enjoyed my first video. Now I am here with my second video on chapter 5. So, welcome to my digital class of Agri Science for class 9 and 10 during COVID-19 home quarantine time. I have you are ready with all that necessaries, textbook and copies. Today's concentration will be on chapter 5, that is afforestation. According to your half yearly exam syllabus, we have two sections from this chapter. Section 1, extent of forest areas in Bangladesh, and section 2, Forest Conservation Act. Chapter 5, section 1, extent of forest areas in Bangladesh. You know how many types of forests are there in Bangladesh? Do you know it? Yes, answer is there are five types of forest in Bangladesh. These are hill forest, mangrove forest, plainland forest, social forest, and agroforest. How can we describe the features of hill forest? Just try to get the point. Its definition. You know, hill forest is the naturally grown forest of Bangladesh in the hill areas. And what is its area? 13.16 lakh hectares of land is under hill forest. What is the distribution? Bandarban, Khagasari, Rangamati hill tracts, and part of Sylhet and Chittagong districts is under hill forest. What are the major plants in the hill forest? Teak, chapalish, gurjon, mahogany, telshu, etc. What major animals can be seen in the hill forest? That are elephants, deer, bear, etc. What is the present situation of this forest? Invasion and illegal intrusion by the people is seen. Cutting pressure on trees is high and its area is decreasing. What is the future prospect of this forest? The resource of this forest can be increased by 3 to 4 times under scientific management. So have you got all the points on hill forest? Okay, now come to the next slide on mangrove forest. Again, we need to define what is mangrove forest. The coastal saline water forest which remains waterlogged all the time is known as mangrove forest. What is the area? 6.107 lakh hectare. 1 hectare equal to, sorry, 1 square kilometer equal to 100 hectares. What is the distribution of hill forest? Or where we can see the hill forest? Part of Satkhira, Khulna, Bagirhat, Barguna, and some part of other coastal districts. What major plants are there? Shundri, Keora, Gawa, Goran, and Golpatan. What major animals can be seen there? Tiger, deer, monkeys, snakes, crocodiles, and gharials. What is the present situation of this forest? Invasion and illegal intrusion by the people to extract valuable forest resources. I mean its timbers, honey, wax, etc. Its area is decreasing day by day. What is the future prospect of this mangrove forest? Resource of this forest can be increased by 2 to 3 times, but very difficult to secure it as one of the best world natural heritage. Next, plainland forest. Again, we need to define it. How can we define plainland forest? This is the natural forests of flood-free plain lands of our country. What is its area? 1.25 lakh hectares of land is under plainland forest. what is the distribution of plainland forest? Part of Dhaka that is very near to Gazipur, Mymensingh, Bhawal, Madhupur, Sherpur, Rangpur, Dinajpur, Rajshahi and Kumilla. What major plants are there? Shal, that is Gojari plant, Koroi, Shishu, mango, jackfruit plants are seen in this plainland forest. What major animals we will be able to see in that plainland forest? That are squirrel, rabbit, small snakes, lizards of various types, birds of various kinds. What is the present situation of this plainland forest? Cutting pressure on trees is highest, but recently area is increasing due to social forestry programs taken by our government. What future prospect of this plainland forest has? Highly prospective to reduce the poverty of the marginal and landless farmers through their participation in social forestry in vacant spaces of the plainland forest. Next type is social forestation or social afforestation. We can also call it as social forestry. What is the concept of social forestry? Social forestry is an afforestation program which is executed for social welfare through enthusiastic participation of the community people. What is the distribution? Social forestation program has been introduced along the roads, highways, rail lines of Bangladesh. The cooperative based programs are being executed regarding tree plantation and their maintenance. Almost 2.70 lakh hectare of land is under social forestry in our country. What is the necessity of this forest? You know, it can supply wood for household construction, furniture making. It can fulfill fuel demand of our country. There is scope of plantation in fallow lands, homesteads, roadsides, railway sides, barns, along the banks of the canals, bills, rivers, and organization premises to conserve environment. We can engage poor community in plantation management to remove poverty. We can create plantations for animal feed, vegetables, fruits, herbs, and recreation. We can ensure supply forest-based raw materials to rural cottage industries. We can maintain natural balance, we can prevent pollution, and we can hinder desertification of different areas of our country through social forestry. Also, we can fulfill the basic demand of the people through intensive practice of social forestry. And final type is agroforestry. What is agroforestry? Its concept agroforestry means the production system of different trees, crops, livestock, and poultry simultaneously on the same piece of land or in rotation. It is a kind of integrated land management system where measures are taken to grow perennial trees along with production of agricultural crops, livestock, fish, and other agricultural system. This is a very productive but again very intensive method of agricultural production system. Where we can find agroforest in Bangladesh? Very new concept, and it is being practiced in Mymensingh, Jeshore, Rajshahi on a limited scale. How many models and types are there regarding agroforestry? In agro-silviculture, one thing to be noted, silviculture means cultivation or raising of trees. So agro-silviculture means this is the combination of trees and intercrops, I mean field crops. The main objective is to produce field crops and trees on the same piece of land. Silvipasture In this type, you know, we can produce trees and animal feed simultaneously. Agro-silvipasture, by following this method, we can cultivate crops, animal feed, and forest trees simultaneously. And next one is aquatic agro-silvipasture. It is a type of mixed farm in combination of high and low lands. In lowlands, we can produce fishes, and on highland, we can produce crops, animal feed, and other type of intercrops if necessary. Here is the different types of here is the map showing different types of forest. You know, first type was hill forest, and it is also known as evergreen forest. This is covering the area of Chittagong Hill Tract, Rangamati, Khagasori, Bandarban, and other areas. Hill forest is also found in different regions of Sylhet division and Sherpur district. Mangrove forest can be found in coastal regions of Khulna, Satkhira, Barguna, Bagherhat, etc. And Shal forest can be found near Dhaka under Gazipur district, Mymensingh district, and Kumilla district. Here we are seeing a view of hill forest. Hill forest will be, from the feature we get that hill forest should be in hilly areas, and different types of large plants will be there. This is the scenic view of mangrove forest. A mangrove forest is a forest which remain inundated or which remain flooded with water. That's why mangrove plants have roots that is known as pneumatophores, which can breathe on air since it is remain inundated by flood water or tidal water. This is the scenic view of shal forest. All these are shal plants or gojari plants near Dhaka. Chapter 5, next section is section 2, and it is Forest Conservation Act. Act means some laws to protect forest and wildlife. One item is Forest Act. What is the statement of the Forest Act? Are you getting my point? Forest Act statement number 1 is illegal intrusion, capturing of government forest land, and construction of houses and cultivating forest lands are punishable crimes. Statement number 2 is cutting trees without permission from appropriate authorities. Its removal and transport are also punishable crimes. What will be the punishments? Number 1, people doing such crimes may be given minimum 1 year imprisonment along with a fine of Taka 5,000. Number 2, the accused may be given 2 years of imprisonment and a fine of Taka 50,000 as the highest punishment. Number 3, punishment may be given to the person who carry government forest materials without due permission from the concerned authority, and the trial of such cases will be conducted in the court of first class magistrate. What is the Wild Animal Act? It means we have some laws and regulations to preserve or to conserve wildlife in the forest. What is the statement? Catching, hunting, and killing of wild animals by poison or any other means without permission of the appropriate authority is authority are punishable crimes. And number two, husbandry or rearing of wild animal as pet is also a punishable crime. What are the punishments? Imprisonment for 6 to 24 months with a fine of taka 2000 may be given to the accused of such illegal activities, and the trial of the cases to be conducted in the court of the first class magistrate. So thank you for your passion and thanks for staying at home. Enjoy the digital classes conducted by our teachers.